McLeod who gets the kick away towards half forward. White slips over at the crucial stage. Forbes tries to create a path through. He taps it on towards McKay. Coming through Mitchell as well. Had it, lost it, got it away quickly. Under pressure. Jackson McLeod gets it away to Douglas, who's been good. Right foot kick would be a good start. He comes through and puts it wide through for one behind. A lead coming towards the commentary box. So he just goes into the back pocket and finds Parsons. He takes the mark. Gives it back to Collins.
Getting closer and closer to goal.
Yeah, he is. He's got less of an area to kick to now with Luke Forbes standing the mark. He doesn't know where to go. He's called to play on Forbes, so he just runs through from behind. So he'll do it all again. They go to 7-8-50, is it?
Yep.
Yes, 7-8-50 Thomson, 4-7-31 Anakie.
So the kick in came quickly and it's turned over as Mitchell by hand to McLeod. Menzies with pace. Long handball to half forward. Missed Douglas, but Douglas does well to recover the football. Goes goalwards. It's a great single effort there from Jesse Douglas. Picked up the foot.
Oh, every Friday I go, thanks Mitch, I hope you enjoyed Queensland. I've never ever met him, I have now.
There you go. Get his autograph, Illig.
He tried for mine.
And Greg gets it down towards Douglas again. Sanderson gives it away to Greg. He's wrapped up, tries to get the footy away with his left boot on hands and knees. Gains 20 metres, gives it to White, gives it to Douglas again. Clear or tumbling punt now towards Luke Forbes. Tried to pick it up, but at the back Parsons. He's got some support, gives it to Collins. Going to be under pressure from Mitchell in the back. But Douglas and Illig, they come in. Neither really want it. Kick off the ground was unfortunately out of White's hands, and he'll take the free kick. He wants to chip the ball quickly towards Mitchell. Can't pick it up. Coming through Collins. He picks it up nicely, gives it to the big fella Illig. He under pressure. He can't take it with him. Brent McLeod keeps the pressure on as well. The clearing kick came from White towards
.5 minutes, very. Their intensity is a lot stronger in this quarter, Grubby, I thought, Thomson. As Greg won the tap down the middle, then gets a handball forward, picked up by Berg, immediately tackled. A lot more intensity, certainly, as I've just said about Thompson's game in this quarter. Umpire's call for the footy, just between centre and centre half forward for Thomson, heading to the eastern end in this. With him when he's on the ball, down to McLeod, tries to break through two tackles and does so, hooks around the body looking for Forbes at McLeod, comes to Warland by hand, then to Douglas at centre wing, plays on quickly. McLeod's kept running into trouble, handball back to Mitchell. He goes looking for White, doesn't get it. Good work there for Thomson's from Menzies. Now it's to McLeod going goalwards. It's going to come, but it doesn't have to come.
That's it.
It was touched off the in the contest behind there, off the boot of Brent McLeod. 11 goals, 9, 75 Thomson, 4-7-31 Anakie Durante. Cycle and Sport third quarter scored, 8 minutes gone. The game's nearly over. I've got that out and the ball's back inside play, inside forward 50. Thomson attacking strongly.
Well, the game is nearly over if Anakie can't pull them back here. That Brent McLeod, he's had more possessions than I had pies at half time.
The tap down there for Thomson. Oh, ball thrown out by Douglas, not seen by the umpire. Player ran into trouble there. Lazarick, handball to Berg. Berg round the corner, Vickery. Vickery played on quickly, kicked into the man coming towards him, Grigg. And great work, the big fella there. Great smother, and has caused the ball to... In fact, it's a free kick into Thomson. So Thomson now going towards half forward. Marcus Forbes fell over his own feet. Berg.
Take the mark. Held the ball up though for Pittman. His handball in ball was nice to Hayes on centre wing now. Thought about the handball. Likes to go further afield. Should have thought about the handball. I think he's turned it over. Atkinson's taken the mark and play on if you don't mind.
Well, I'm not sure he can do that.
Why?
Because he did it from in front of the mark.
Yeah, but he can play on.
He hit the ground and kept running.
He stopped and then pushed the bloke. He's got to go back behind the mark.
So it'll be a boundary throw-in right in front of our commentary position on centre wing. Bowles and Rickett. Lazarick gets up with him, so ball up centre wing. Still in front of our commentary position here. Under pressure from Douglas. Got some support though. Kettle. Forbes to come at him as well. He handballed it to Parsons and to Carter. Luckily Carter kept coming. He got the ball. He gets it to Gary Rickett. He can go short to Fulton. He elects to go to Mitchell White. Still inside defensive 50. They want to switch the play. Goes to the outer side to Berg. Takes the mark. He's got Carter running past. Gives him the ball. Outside defensive 50 for the Roos. Runs his full measure. Goes towards centre wing. At the back, Sluggett. Tried to tap it over the back of Warland. And Warland happy to see it over for a throw-in. Outer side, centre wing, 11-9-75. Thomson, 4-7-31 Anakie. To Grandy Cycling Sport, third quarter scoreboard, 12 minutes played.
So Godfrey straight to the ground, ball thrown in. Ruckman go at it. Rickett gets the tap down to Perchek. High, up and under. Doesn't go very far, but great courage there. Clark didn't pay the mark. The handball over to McLeod. White kicking in danger. Gee, there's a few decisions getting missed out here, I reckon, Grubby, as the ball comes out to Brent McLeod. Handball quickly, and now they break it up the Thomson side. Ball not marked. Menzies picks up the crumb with pace. Gets past two opponents. Goes a fair way. Goes goalwards. It is a magnificent effort. We've seen some great solo efforts here today. None better than that one.
O'Neill to come on. So back in the middle. Bowles having a run of the ruck now. Gets it down on McLeod. Dragged off the footy. That's got to be a free kick, doesn't it? Fulton from the middle for Anakie. And back of the centre square, Yeo had it, lost it. Lazarick had it, and he got it away. Shipped the handball out to Hayes. Now Vickery, he's wrapped up. Lazarick folded up at 50 for the Roos now. But Mackay gets a clearing kick back towards the middle. Goes up Sanderson off the back of the pack. Marcus Forbes to run onto it at half forward. Gives away the handball to Sanderson. 50 in closing. Goes towards Lucas Forbes. Great pass. And great play by Luke Forbes. Handballs it over the top to Tozer, and he just gets his foot on it under pressure from Kettle and puts his first on the board of the afternoon.
They didn't get enough of the ball to give away opportunities like that.
I think what happened, Grubby, he played on to kick the goal and found there was a bloke
in front of him, man.
So anyway, the ball's underway again. White gets it for Thomson, goes towards half forward. Handball comes to Mackay. He's immediately... Well, that's a sling tackle, surely.
Yeah, it was.
But umpire doesn't blow the whistle as the ball... rugby scrum type has gone 50 metres towards the Thomson goal, picked up by Perchek, had a bounce, then kicks it to open country. Only Thomson players there as pick it up, goes towards White. He's in front of our broadcast there. White, good effort, tried to keep it in play, but Perchek had forced him over the boundary line. And in front of our broadcast position, we will have the ball in.
He tried to trick the young lady there, but she was a wake-up.
So ball tapped back from that throw. White, he gets handball to Scott. Scott it was. He's immediately tackled. And I don't know if he had too much opportunity to get rid of it, but he's pinged for holding the footy.
He had plenty of time to get rid of it. He grabbed him by one arm and he couldn't get rid of it. They always play that.
So Warland at centre half back has taken the saving mark for Thomson. Chips it. The mark is taken in the centre mud patch. Another one to McLeod. Brent, he gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell sees the lead from Forbes.
Beautiful.
Great defensive work, Corey Collins. He gets an intercept there, but Forbes battles on. He's tackled, gets the ball to ground. They're desperate to get a score out of this, Thomson, but Parsons gets a handball across the face of goal and through looks like
Carter.
Carter it was, goes towards half forward. This time, Mark not paid again. He's not having the best of luck there, Clark, but he gets it back into the middle. Warland takes the mark, tips it around.
He's going to come back to Salvino on centre wing. So Salvino on centre wing goes towards centre half forward. Warland gets back there, or coming out. Should have been a high tackle to Bedson. Pittman. And we'll take the free kick. Still 55 out from goal. So
About his distance, Grubby.
yeah, he kicks him better from there.
He kicks them better from there. I'm not sure that circle is 50 metres. It looks a lot shorter than 50 metres to me.
So he's kicked 2 goals for this afternoon. And he's going to kick just outside 50. Left foot kick. Going to at the back. Thomson with the numbers. Atkinson gives it away by hand. They break free. Warland. His handball back inboard to Tom O'Neill. He draws it out towards Menzies. Under pressure. Nearly a great pick up on the half volley. Handball from Priddle came back to Carter. Back on centre wing. He tries to draw it into Berg. It's okay. Goes to the right foot kick. Usually a good kick for goal. He goes up and nobody's really touched it now. It's punched through by Atkinson for a rush behind to the Roos. They go to 4-8-32. They trail Thomson 13-9-87 to Granny Cycling Sport third quarter.
They decide to go wide again as the leads come out there from Perchik. Can't take the mark, however. Atkinson picks it up. Tackle. Handballs away. Pretty hard and tough out there in the half-forward flank. Finally, the chip passes come in and Priddle once again has come in from the full-forward position and taken the mark.
He's had a pretty good game, little Priddle. He's been in amongst it for
Played
most
quite
of the
well,
day.
has kicked 2 goals. And now he's 35 metres out directly in front. Certainly into what little breeze there is. Although the trees behind the goals are blowing pretty heavily. Priddle, lovely kick off the boot. That's gone between the 2 uprights. That's goal number 3 for him. And that's the first.
Bar throws the ball in the air. Bowles gets it down. Douglas back in the middle as well. He's wrapped up by Lazarick, not going anywhere. Secondary bounce.
Couldn't work out what Salvino was doing. Carter was doing there. He sort of ran right across the width of the circle, came in from this side.
So the ball from the ruck contest. Pack develops again. The umpire will do it for a 3rd time.
Whatever the game plan is, it's not working.
No, good point.
So ball up again. Standing start. Right foot kick long towards Forbes. 3rd in line. Takes the mark. Luke Forbes. And will shoot for goal from 35 out directly in front.
In the aerial contest, Parsons has been okay, but as I said at the start of the game, he just lacks that little bit of pace to go with Forbes, doesn't he?
And it was well read by Forbes. It could have been touched in front of him, couldn't it? But he decided to sit back and take the chance on it dropping.
He only needs half a chance.
Yes, true. True.
So Forbes comes in. He's kicked 4 goals, 1 this afternoon. He's kicked 5 goals, 1 this afternoon. 5th on the board, 14th now for Thomson, 14-9-93. They lead.
Oh, it's all over. We'll go to East, I think. Get a score from Eastern.
We'll see whether they duck over there for last quarter.
Yeah, because it's
So
over.
in the middle,
It's over.
back on the ground as Greg got the tap down. Mitchell went without it, and the ball comes out to Priddle. A fresh air shot, nearly almost missed it. The ball dropped in the mud, and he couldn't get the foot to it. Still in the mud patch as finally a Thomson kick out of there comes forward. Oh, lucky not 50 there. As Mackay goes towards the lead there of Forbes. 2-on-1, ball over the pack. Coming back is Parsons, takes his time, gets it to Rickett. Rickett now goes towards centre. How many times in our broadcast?
Rickett to Lazarick.
As it's happened again, goes forward to Carter. Carter now, it's held up in the wind, that one. As Warland for Thomson goes back to Salvino. So it's kick to kick from half forward to half forward at the moment. Salvino, oh, this is dangerous, goes right across the goal. One hand. I said it was Dave. He was looking for Collins, who's the form player, but Douglas is a foot taller. They decided to go to full forward.
Oh, look at that.
Forbes again. And Corey Collins, he infringed in the middle as White having a bit of a to-do there with Jackson McLeod. And from full fullback, whistle to do so by the umpire, decides to go long. Rickett in front, doesn't take the mark. Umpire didn't pay the mark.
The only thing I can possibly say there is the Anakie player that flew for the...
And Menzies, as Eric said at half time, best posse is centre wing. He gives him away again. He's not going to kick 100. He's not going to kick 100 if he keeps passing him. He's giving it to Tom O'Neill 20 metres out from goal. Mate, he'll kick 100 and he'll give away 40. Don't worry about that.
Well, then he
6
should
goals
go
won. He's a bit worried about like 6 goals out of 7 shots.
Comes in, O'Neill kicks the goal. His first of the afternoon, 16th for...
One behind's in my score tally. I'll have to do a double check here. Might be 16-9 on the scoreboard, could be correct. So we've gone 30 minutes as Greg Clear tapped down in the middle once again. As the siren sounds to end the third quarter here at Godfrey Street at 3/4 time. Thomson.
No, I've got 10.
16-10.
Yeah, I've got 10.
All right, 16-10, 106 I'll go with. Lead Anakie 5-8-38. Goal kickers, Jason, you need?
Yep.
For Thomson, Luke Forbes has 6 goals, 1. 2 to Brent McLeod, 2 to Jackson McLeod, singles to Jared Wright, Alex Bowles and Jesse Douglas, and for Anakie 3 to Luke Priddle and 2 to Jamie Pittman.
So 16-10, 106, Thomson leading Anakie 5-8-38 at 3/4 time. We'll take a break. When we come back, final call to action, match day live this afternoon at Godfrey Street between Thomson and Anakie. You're listening to 94.7 The Pole. Bowles, who gets a big tap down, kick off the ground by Douglas, follows it up, kick off the ground again by Douglas, goes towards half forward, Mitchell, Kettle comes out, McLeod, Brent gets around. Find the handball, bit of candy, left foot towards Forbes, over his head. Running back is Lewis, filling the hole, a big ruck. That's a great kick to Tom O'Neill. He was third in line, 25 metres out from goal, and Forbes hit him on the chest.
It never looked like
that anywhere else but Tom O'Neill. So
the weight on that was beautiful.
Tom will buy Forbes 2 pots tonight because he's hit him twice in the last 3-4 ways forward. And he's kicked 1. And he'll come in for his second. Oh, good kick. Kept it low into the breeze and puts it through for his second. And the 17th for Thomson, 17-10, 112. Coaching
Share with it.
You're coaching next year instead of Brett Ratton?
No, mate, I turned it off when it was 28 free kicks to 2.
Oh.
So in the middle, Bowles, handball came out to Douglas, and again, Thomson, inside forward 50 very quickly. Comes back to Collins, under pressure off the left foot, goes towards the outer side. Good pick up there by Priddle, but under pressure. He turned it up, goes back in middle of the ground. Brent McLeod on his own, thought about going on. Now he does a little chip pass, not so good that time. The handball comes out to Greg. Greg playing up forward, that's an interesting move. Collins not able to take the mark, punches toward the boundary. Great defensive work by Forbes. White over the top to Greg. Unfortunately didn't find the mark. Brent McLeod can't find the footy. Went between his legs. There's tunnel ball. Bowles picks it up out wide. Now O'Neill decides to go with a skimming pass into full forward. It's over the head of all players, almost back in the goal square. As Anakie the handball went astray. That was terrible from Lewis. Perhaps that's why he's been on the interchange bench most of the day.
He was giving Collins a crack at it for not running. Giving the footy.
Terrible handball. So it's in the forward pocket for Thomson. Rickett does the ruck work. Ball comes front of the pack. Ball thrown out. Comes to McKay. McKay goes to full foot of Collins. Takes the mark. Plays on quickly. Good tackling there by Menzies. Puts the ball down there. As now they finally get a kick as it's come back. Douglas once again. Oh, mark not paid. As it comes to, that was Tozer to the full forward position, and who's that? Luke Forbes gave the umpire a nice old spray.
So he should have. He was interfered with in the marking contest.
I think that's what they call tunnelling, and the bloke down there has played a bit of footy, should realise, and he's still copping a spray, as he should. But the ball in the meantime, it's a half forward for Anakie.
Oh, that's a free.
And unfortunately, O'Neill Tom, a poor tackle on that occasion on Perchek, and Perchek now inside forward 50 for Anakie has the opportunity to get a score on the board. 4.5 minutes gone in the quarter. Anakie need to get something running, to get something on the scoreboard in this quarter. Perchek, terrible kick off the boot. In fact, that's going to miss everything. Out of bounds on the full. Nearly 5 minutes gone.
Down the line towards Yo. Oh, good mark too. Goes down the line towards the leader, McLeod. Over his head, Menzies is there as well. Back towards centre wing, Carter. First to get back there for Anakie. Menzies bears down. He gets the handball over the top to Vickery. His handball inboard to Salvino. Runs through half forward. Goes towards the leader, Pittman. Punched away by Atkinson.
Going to get a free, Pittman.
And he's going to get a free. He's had half a dozen shots from this spot too this afternoon.
It might even be Berg, actually.
That's Berg, actually. It is, you're right. So it's Berg. Playing deep forward now, Daniel Berg, and hasn't kicked a goal today, and has been fairly consistent through the year as well, Daniel Berg. I think he's kicked 33 for the season, so he has. When he comes in, is that 34? Oh, post. And plenty of post to hit. And he's hit.
7 lead, Werribee 5-6, Belpost Hill 10-13 lead, Belmont Lions 3-4, Corio 2-6, Bannockburn 16-10, Geelong West 12-8, Winchelsea 2-5.
There's that percentage you were talking
about. Yeah, they're really going for it, aren't they?
They've got a good draw. They're going to make it, Bannockburn, I think.
So we've had an infringement back in the kick-out, Grubby, was it? Because the free kick has been now paid in the centre square, which I think indicates free kick back there.
Yep.
So O'Neill goes wide to Warland. Warland has taken the mark. The chip to Menzies. Not able to get O'Neill. Tom can't take the footy. Keeps it going forward. White picks it up for Anakie. Menzies threw his opponent to the ground without the football. He's complaining that he dropped the footy, but he certainly dropped it a mile earlier than the tackle. So free kick justified. Pittman, numbers against him this time as Thomson get numbers back. Yo kicks it towards the middle of the ground, not to anyone in particular. Hayes does well. Handball over to Kettle for Anakie. He goes long towards half forward. Good position, Kavanagh. He can't get it. He runs past Pittman, his teammate, does pick it up, decides to go goalwards on his own, has a pot shot. It's not a bad looking shot. He's hit that post again.
That was wonderful football as well.
So Kavanagh beat a couple of opponents.
Hang on. It's a down the ground free kick, I think, which you can't pay as far as I know. He can't pay a down the ground free kick if it hits the post. He's got to take it back.
Dead right, Grubby.
Unless there was an infringement down there, but I don't think there was.
No, because there was no player there.
I don't think there was anybody there, so I think the umpire would have to take the ball back, wouldn't he? Oh.
So comes back in board. Now we've got Carter with the football. I'll get things back in perspective. 30 metres out directly in front. And he moves in. And has kicked the goal, has he? I think he might have.
Goal.
Looking for the next 5 weeks. Greg goes up early, gets it to the side to McKay, who kicks it off the ground from the middle contest. Kettle gets back there, pushed off the football. Through the middle, Scott had it and lost it. It's at half forward down for Thomson. Priddle's kick was smothered. Ball still in dispute. Salvino's little toe poke was okay to Lazarick. He gets it away and they get it out to Vickery on centre wing. He goes long to centre half forward, and Pittman was in the right spot against Betson. Takes the mark and will shoot for goal from 40 out directly in front.
Well, those are the easy ones he's been missing, aren't they? How about we put it right through the middle, son?
2 goals for this afternoon for Jamie Pittman.
Well, look, he gets 3 or 4 goals forward. He can walk off the ground with his head up high, can't he? But he kicks too many points, and he's part of their downfall.
So directly in front, 40 out. He's going back. He kicked from 50. He's on the long run up. Just inside now. He comes in. Left foot kick. Puts it up in the breeze.
He's learned.
That's better up.
He's learned.
So his third of the afternoon. 2 in a minute.
11 minutes final quarter. Can Anakie get any closer? Greg, lovely tap down. Turned his body. Tapped it to advantage. Then came and tried to pick it up himself. Lazarick at ground level. Very strong. Umpire decides to put a whistle on play. And the ball's just moved out of the worst of the mud patch. Rick Lazarick taking a few minutes or a few moments to arise. Greg held off the footy there, but still got the tap down. Ball at ground level, picked up for Anakie. Kick around the body towards half forward. Good body work there for Anakie by Parsons up forward in this quarter. As the ball now picked up by Carter, a little chip pass, and well, I don't think I'd have walked, certainly, if I were playing cricket.
Just went the distance, if that at all.
Kavanagh decides to go goalwards. Pittman dropped a chest mark then, going backwards certainly, but almost in the goal square. The opportunity to get an easy score as Perchek picked it up, tried to turn. The ball is forced through for another behind. 7 goals, 10, 52, Anakie, 17, 10, 112, Thomson. Smith, Holden, Blood, Suzuki, final quarter scoreboard. We've ticked past 12 minutes.
Betson and Pittman both up with ankle injuries. I think they've got their legs entwined down there in that contest. Not looking good. Betson's looking better than Pittman. Sean O'Neill kicks in, comes towards the commentary box side. Salvino though for Anakie, close to the boundary line, back to the hot spot, goes up, punched away by Clark, good defensive play. Wallen happy to see it over the line. Right forward pocket for the Roos, and they are into attack, boundary throw-in.
Wallen had let the ball go over the bit, and Perchek come charging and nearly flattened him.
Yeah, well, it should have been a down the ground free kick, that one.
Grigg in front from behind Carter, third man up, pumps it back towards the 10 metre square. Pittman tried to tap it on nicely to Perchek, and out of the pack he kicks the goal. So, kicked his first. And
so we're back in the middle. Greg doing the work against Ellick, back to where we started the game. Ball comes to ground level, players trying desperately to get it out of the mud patch. Not really succeeding, although Thomson now with a little toe poke get the ball going forward. As good work on that occasion by Rickett. He was held by one hand, got the ball to ground. As now it's through O'Neill, goes towards centre wing, players over on the footy. It's not a bad pass to Carter, wasn't meant, but Carter goes back to the middle of the ground, and good work there by Clark. Clark it was, and he's defended very, very well. With dropping the footy as Menzies now gets hit as he kicks the ball. It's out in open country now. Bit of shepherding here. Mitchell, nice little handball up to Bowles. Comes back to Mitchell. Need to get a kick. He does so. Put Douglas under a bit of pressure there. But ball comes to ground. Centre half forward as Rickett grabs it. Goes through a tackle. Terrible kick off the side of the boot, but does find Carter. Carter now tries to elude the tackle. That's dropping the ball right in front of our broadcast position. And free kick to Matty Wallen. Wallen out. Plays on quickly. Little chip has found
toes up.
Ball now picked up by Vickery for Anakie. Decides to go just the quick kick, looking for somebody at centre half forward. Bowles takes the footy.
That's not 15.
Brett McLeod to Wallen to, and that's good football. Found Mitchell in the field of play. Little chip pass looking for Greg. They're only just going to 15 metres. Grubby some of these passes, but they're being paid as marks. So
he had McLeod on, then he's going to go to him.
So finally saw him, and he's just again just inside the 50 metre arc. Just got 50. Can't find out.
How's Illigan Greg?
Lucky one's taller than the other. You can pick them. So Brent McLeod, fair chance here. 35 metres out, about a 45-degree angle. Moves in. Be a difficult shot from there with the bruise. And he certainly sprayed it right across the face of goal. And Rickett has taken the defensive mark. Last line of defence. Decides to go across the face of goal with the handball. Comes towards good mark. Taken by Fulton for Anakie. Still half-back flank. He sees Carter coming towards him. Can't take the mark. Picked up by White. Over to Greg. Greg, handball to a player in a worse position, but Greg... Now what's happened
here? Been a high tackle behind play,
and
it'll be a Thomson free kick.
Penalises the side.
Yes. But I don't mind him paying them.
No, but why not let the play go on and then go and report the player if he has to?
Well, the trouble is it wasn't strong enough for a report, but you do got to try and stop the high tackles, so we'll give him that one.
There's 3 umpires. Why can't they let the game go on? So terrible kick. I don't think Douglas is too well after it. Menzies goes towards full forward. Lucas Forbes had the players all around him. That's the only way to describe that.
The umpy paid a push too, and he took the mark. Don't worry about
Well, he was in the middle. Perhaps the bloke at the back.
I think he pushed him into it.
So Luke Forbes decides to play on and kick it low and skimming and has kicked goal number 6.
So back to the middle. Bowles gets it down. Roved though by Hayes. Now Bowles back to Douglas. Back to O'Neill. On centre wing. Carter comes up to him from half forward. Brent McLeod. Kick number 1200 coming up. He gets it. He gets a push on the back.
It's in the middle of the back.
And then he gets wrapped
This
up and
bloke
he gets
used to
run
play
high.
the game. That's not a free kick. He would have screamed blue murder when he played for St Leonard's if he didn't get a free kick from the back.
Well, it was definitely in the back. There's no worry about that. But on the whole, they've done all right. They've done all right.
All up. Bowles gets it down. Wallen through the middle. Bowles, O'Neill. Oh, handball over the top to Menzies. He taps it on. Wallen spins, wraps up. Umpire holding the ball.
Just on that, like he tackles Brent McLeod in the back and maybe he gets a knee in the back. Would it be almost time to wrap a bloke like him up in cotton wool and get him off?
The way things are looking, yeah.
You know, it's a pretty hard, heavy ground out here. Get him off.
Carter gets the mark at half forward. Comes back to nearly centre wing to kick it. Long towards over the back. Oh, mark not taken by Pittman.
Not paid anyway.
Not paid anyway. And 20 metres out from goal. Somehow they get it out, Anakie. Betson over the top of it. O'Neill loses the football on the tackle. Handball's okay in the end. Bowles gets it away. And kick comes back towards half forward. Illig though runs in 50 out and has missed it. 3 for 1 behind.
He couldn't have kicked that. He had that much weight on him.
Yeah, a little mud.
Now they break.
Kick it long in the middle. Look at the bloke in the middle. Warland.
He's suddenly seen him as... now what's happened this time? Now that was nowhere near the ball. What's going on? Oh well, Bowles has the free kick for Thomson. Goes out wide. Mitchell takes the mark on centre wing. Where will he go? Decides to go down the flank. It's a good-looking skimming past Brent McLeod. Well, he was behind umpire about a minute after the event. Has paid Vickery a free kick, a push in the back. As just backward of centre wing, goes forward looking for Kavanagh. That's out of bounds on the full. So there's a few mistakes there, Grubby. A few players getting tired.
Getting very tired out here, Eric.
So the ball chipped inboard for Thomson. They retain possession, O'Neill. Where will he go? Along the boundary, I would say. No. Back into Yo. Has taken the mark. Very defensive now. Back to the defensive goal square. They've been watching too much telly, these fellas. As the ball comes to Wallen. They have retained possession.
Make sure your skills are good, though.
Yes, to do that. And now Wallen. Where will he go? He's directing traffic. Ooh, lucky. Off the inside of the boot. Yo. A little bit better than his capabilities, perhaps. Bowles. Back to Wallen. Now the chip pass to Tom O'Neill. And has taken a mark. They've gone nowhere with about 10 possessions, Thomson. Now they go across the ground. 21 minutes gone. Thomson 18-10. Anakie 8-11.
Sean O'Neill running through the middle, gives it to McKay. He gives it back to O'Neill. Beautiful handball in the middle. Gives it to Clark running free. Goes with a short little kick to Grigg. He wanted to give the handball to Clark. Clark stopped running.
He didn't want it.
So Grigg thought about the short kick and then goes towards Forbes, just sits and waits, gets around on one, then tries to handball it away. Anakie with the numbers. Rickett gives it away by hand to Salvino. Back to Rickett, outside of the right boot, but only as far as Scott. 40 out and closing. Goes the right foot kick. Long to goal. And is it being touched? It's
Not
still in
yet,
play.
it hasn't. It bounced back into play.
It did, and then through for a rush behind to Thomson. They go to 18-11, 119. They lead Anakie 8-11-59. And that's on the Smith Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard. 22 minutes played.
Quick kick in has found Fulton for Anakie. Not too sure where to go. Kicks it high, wide and handsome. Carter almost a mark just inside the boundary line in front of our broadcast point. Through his hands, out of bounds. So we'll have a throw in. Umpire puts the ball in the air as Bowles gets a tap down to Lazarick. Anakie taken off him by Wallen, and he finds White. White eludes the tackle, does well with strength, goes towards half forward. Grigg can't quite reach it. Ball comes to ground as It was kicked forward by Tozer, didn't quite make the mark at full forward, and now through Collins, the ball's come out for the Anakie side. Kavanagh over the top of it, comes back to O'Neill, handball back to Clark, back to O'Neill, across the ground to Warland. Now Warland, what will he do? He's been very constructive in the way he has kicked the footy, had a number of players middle of the ground, finds Betson. Now Betson. A couple of Thomson players showing signs of wear out there as the ball goes looking for Menzies with his pace, gets the footy, handball backwards, Atkinson. Where's he going to go? Runs toward the boundary, tries to kick it long, it's a 1-on-2. No! Great mark in between them. That was taken by Tozer. Finds McLeod. McLeod to Mackay. Mackay now takes it and runs. The lead has come from Forbes. Great lead, great kick, great mark. How better can you describe that? It's taken the mark inside forward 50, has already kicked 7, and the opportunity now, I guess, wouldn't be beyond him for distance, even though it's into a slight breeze. Man on the marks at about 40. We'll soon know. Forbes now moves in. Terrific kick off the boot. He's tried for distance and sprayed it. That is A behind. 7 goals, 2 off his boot. 18, 12, 120. Thomson, 8, 11, 59. Anakie, Smith's Holden, Blood Suzuki. Final quarter scoreboard, 24 minutes gone.
Collins kicks it into Rickett. Over the top. Kavanagh takes the mark. Kicks it further afield. Lewis takes it at centre wing. He chips it inboard looking for Carter. He takes the mark. They move the ball into the centre of the ground. Anakie goes toward the leader Pittman. He comes out. Can't take the mark on 50. Betson comes in late. Pack develops through the middle. Brittle handball over the top to Parsons. Left foot kick around the corner. Atkinson gets back there. Did he get a hand to it? Just through for a behind to Anakie. 8-12-60. They trail Thomson 18-12-120. Smith's Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard, 25 minutes played.
The quick kick in found Warland. He's found McLeod Brent. Brent now goes, finds Mackay. Mackay still in the corridor. The chip over the top has, he's found Douglas. I don't know what happened to Carter there.
He just fell over.
Doing cartwheels in front of us. So the ball
Cartwheel
just,
Carter.
Almost in the centre circle. Rickett, he's tackled. Good tackle by Menzies, but too much pace for Steve Rickett.
It was, but you can see Rickett hasn't given up and still trying pretty hard.
That's true. Ball comes to Tozer on the left foot. That's a nice little chip. McLeod running to the open space, and Tozer just chipped it around the corner. Carter's had a very good day. I think he's feeling the effects a little bit now with cramp. So
that's why he went down.
Ball back to the middle. Menzies again. Great tackle on Priddle. Player held without the footy. So an umpire's right there. Why couldn't he not have seen that? O'Neill just got ripped right out of the contest. Nowhere near the ball, and he's asking the umpire why. As the ball goes up again, big fella Lewis taps down. Just a real rugby scrum at the moment. Physical strength winning out in there for the Thomson team, although Lewis with a bit of strength tries to come clear. Can't do so. Umpire says, I'll have it. So in front of the social club here at the Thomson footy ground, the ball goes up. Greg, just sheer strength, tries to push it away in the contest. I think the umpire might have to do it again. No, it finally comes out to Kettle. Kettle now, kick around the body, up high. Good punch forward, defensive punch. Lazarick tries to weave his way through with the footy. Can't take the footy, however. Carter can't pick it up as the siren sounds. See, that was a fairly short last quarter.
We're going around the corner to watch this.
Under 27 minutes, but Jace, the final score.
18-12-120. Anakie. Thomson have defeated Anakie 8-12-60. So 10-goal margin. 3 goals, 4 in the last quarter. Anakie, 2 goals, 2 to Thomson. Goal kickers, Eric?
Goal kickers for Thomson. Luke Forbes.